The Hells Angels Motorcycle Club, founded in the late 1950s, is one of the most infamous and notorious outlaw motorcycle clubs in the world. With a reputation for their distinctive style, fierce loyalty, and involvement in criminal activities, at the center of it all is their iconic leader, Sonny Barger, a man who spends his life pushing the boundaries of what society deems acceptable. From their early days causing chaos on the streets to their infamous role in the ultimate speedway tragedy, Barger and his Hells Angels are at the forefront of some of the most shocking and brutal events of the 20th century. This is the story of a man who lives by his own rules and leaves a legacy of violence and destruction in his way. Ralph Hubert Barger Jr., aka Sonny Barger, is a man who defies all odds to become one of the most notorious and celebrated figures in the world of outlaw biker gangs. Sonny Barger was born on October 8, 1938 in Modesto, California. Growing up in a blue-collar family, he developed a rebellious spirit at a young age. In the late 1950s, Barger, along with a group of like-minded individuals, formed the Hells Angels Motorcycle Club. Little did they know that their organization would become one of the most infamous motorcycle clubs in history. The Hells Angels quickly gained a reputation for their distinctive style, fierce loyalty, and willingness to defend their territory at any cost. Sonny Barger emerged as the club's charismatic leader, embodying the spirit of rebellion and the outlaw lifestyle. But behind the leather jackets and the roaring bikes, there was a darker side to Sonny Barger and the Hells Angels. They were known for engaging in criminal activities, including drug trafficking, extortion, and acts of violence. Sonny Barger's ruthless leadership and unwavering dedication to the club fueled their dominance and made them a force to be reckoned with. Barger's no-nonsense approach and his ability to command respect were instrumental in the Hells Angels' expansion across the United States. They established chapters in various cities, each led by a president who answered to Barger. Their sheer numbers and intimidation tactics made it difficult for law enforcement to crack down on their illegal activities. As he expands the Hells Angels' reach, he becomes a symbol of everything that is wrong with the criminal underworld. In the early 1960s, the Hells Angels Motorcycle Club grows in both size and notoriety, becoming one of the most outlaw biker gangs in the United States. Along with their infamous reputation comes an increasing number of run-ins with the law, and Sonny Barger, as the de facto leader of the club, finds himself at the center of many of these legal battles. The Hells Angels' reputation for violence and aggression comes to a head in 1969, when they are hired to provide security at a free concert organized by the Rolling Stones at the Altamont Speedway in California. The event turns chaotic, with fights breaking out among the concert-goers, and the Hells Angels themselves becoming involved in the violence. The situation escalates when 18-year-old Meredith Hunter is fatally stabbed by a Hells Angel after aiming a firearm towards the stage. Although Sonny Barger is present at the Altamont concert, he isn't involved in the stabbing and isn't charged in connection with the incident. However, the event and the Hells Angels' involvement cast a dark shadow over the club, contributing to their already notorious reputation. Barger's legal troubles continue into the 1970s, and he is eventually sentenced to 4 years in prison for possession of 37 grams of heroin and possession of an illegal firearm. His time behind bars marks a turning point for the Hells Angels, and it is during this period that the federal government begins to take a more aggressive stance against outlaw biker gangs, targeting them with increased law enforcement efforts and prosecutions. Throughout his reign as the leader of the Hells Angels, Sonny Barger faced numerous legal battles. He was arrested multiple times, and his involvement in the infamous Altamont Speedway concert in 1969, where a fan was stabbed to death by a Hells Angels member, tarnished the club's image forever. Despite the legal troubles and negative publicity, Sonny Barger continued to exert his influence over the Hells Angels. He became an icon within the biker community, and his reputation as a fearless leader grew. Barger even wrote a best-selling autobiography, Hells Angel: The Life and Times of Sonny Barger and the Hells Angels. That concludes our video on Sonny Barger, the ruthless founder of the Hells Angels. We hope you enjoyed this dive into his life and the world of motorcycle clubs. If you found this content interesting, Give it a thumbs up and share it with your fellow outlaws. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more captivating stories from the underworld.